Put us into the vlog. The vlog. The vlog. Nah. Sure.
We are so back. We are so back. Finally, a good sleep last night. A good sleep has changed everything. I'm a new man. It's 26 degrees today in London. As you can see, I'm dressed like I'm back in Sydney going to the beach. Because I really refuse to let go of that identity. Why would you want to let go of that identity? I'm not going to pretend like I'm a cool person that lives in East London and dresses well. I dress terribly. I have no style. And yet, when it's 27 degrees, that feels acceptable. So that's why I thrive in this weather. And given that, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a lovely Saturday. The sun's out, and everything, my friend, is a-okay. Now, I've spent this morning so far pretty much doing the boring stuff that's not really worth sharing, I think, and catching up with some friends later this afternoon.
Hi, it's me from the future. I have to interject quickly here that I had a date planned in the afternoon, but she cancelled like last minute. Don't laugh at me. So that explains why I'm in the park and not that I do something later. All right, let's continue.
But I thought, my goodness, while the sun's out, I need to take care of this very pasty skin that is built up over the long English winter. So I'm just gonna go sit in the park for a while, take my shirt off, scare some people, regular Saturday things. The main thing I want to talk about today is two words, this concept I've had in my head for a while: social growth. Social growth. What do I mean by social growth? Let's talk about that today.
Hey again, I'm sorry. The last time I'll do this. I apologize. The audio coming up is completely fucked. The microphone wasn't connected properly. It's staticky, it's bad, but I can't remove it, otherwise the rest of the video won't really make sense. So just throw me a solid. Just this one time. Just this one time. That's all I ask. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
So what is social growth? Well, a few years ago, I was having a pretty bad time. One of the problems that I was having was not doing enough to meet new people. I've always had a really solid group of mates that I've always been and continue to be super appreciative for. But if we're not constantly putting ourselves out there to meet new people, to try and expand our social horizons, then it's just another way that we're stagnant in life. It doesn't have to be amazing, meaningful friendships. It's more about keeping front of center in our minds the importance of being open and warm and friendly to everyone out there, to all of the opportunity that can come expanding our worldview, and especially the case when we're in different places and we have the opportunity to meet people from different walks of life outside of our current social circle. Life is there to be explored, it's there to be embraced. It's not a matter of, well, everyone that I know now is everyone that I know now, and so I'm just going to shut off everything and just sit with my lot. Because at some point in time, the people and the things that you have now, and that you now perhaps take for granted, they weren't there. And the only way that they became important features of your life was through, at some point, a willingness to expand. I've found throughout my time, like I'm 33 now, there are certain stages of your life where it's easier to meet people. When you're in school, when you're studying, when you're thrown into structured environments where there are people that are at a similar cohort to you, similar interests, similar age, similar demographics, all of those things. As time goes on, we don't have the cushy setup of those environments. We're forced to go and find those things ourselves. And I think, more importantly, we risk not even consciously, but almost inadvertently slipping into a mindset and a general mentality in life of, I'm just going to stay at this point. Things are going to be okay here. Everything's fine, and everything that's outside of the circle, of the bubble that I have, is not worth my time, and maybe even I see as a threat. I found myself slipping into that mindset so many times over the last handful of years in my life. And if I think about the times of most happiness for me, of most peace and enjoyment and energy and all these great things that we're chasing, have been times where I've been committing to meeting new people, trying new things, being open to new experiences. Through the forced discomfort and the commitment to, I'm going to try and meet new people, and I don't really care what the consequences of that are. I don't really care if I'm going to get along well with them. I don't really care if they're not going to like me or not. I don't really care if I'm going to say or do the wrong thing. You're just open unconditionally to expanding your horizons. Because what is the point otherwise of roaming around out here thinking that we've already met everyone we need to meet? We're already doing everything that we need to do. The illusion is that we can just stay in that place of contentment and security, and then that will be fine. But the clear reality, at least that I've seen, and I hope you see this as well, is that when we stay still, we're not cruising, we're stagnant, and we're slowly going backwards in that sense. We have to be always open to meeting new people, trying new things, not just for a practical necessity, but because it just feels so much damn better. That's kind of what social growth is. And so the commitment that I made to myself a few years ago was that I'm going to try and do one new thing every week to try and socially grow, to try and meet new people, to do new things. I'm going to try and put it on my calendar as a firm commitment, because if not enforced, it's easy to not consider a priority. So I set this challenge for myself years ago, and I've been, to be honest with you, terrible at enforcing it. But I'm quite committed recently to bringing this back. Once a week at a minimum. If it's more, great, but once a week at a minimum, have to go do something which involves meeting new people, putting yourself out of your comfort zone, trying new things. Once per week, social growth. We're trying one of those things this evening. All right, I'm gonna go shower. I'm covered in sun cream. Let's continue.
The worst storm ever.
Here with George. George is back again.
I'm back.
Wow, the environment is really something.
What amazing.
The Arctic melting is not so good.
I feel like I'm in the cold.
Wow. It's nice to see Lucky. Sitting here in Covent Garden. But that's it. All right, we're on the way out. We gave that. That was pretty good. We gave that a decent crack. Met some good people.
I want you to have travelled to Australia
Yeah.
and enjoyed it.
One key takeaway that I'm noticing more and more, I think Australia is really having a hot minute in the sun. It's like every person seemingly here in this country, in this city, wants to move there. The free trade has been long established, but there's something happening where the trade imbalance is leaning the other way. And we're gonna tariff them. It's gonna be so nice. 100% tariff on
get,
British dudes moving to Sydney.
Anyone who liked Fenton's Elvis Frost.
Yes. Hey, Fenton.
Hello. Give this video a like.
There was a viewer who commented, nice lady commented, I think she was into the Fenton pelvic thrust.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be?
If you're watching this video again, dear viewer, just know from George and I that we're happy to make arrangements for the two of you to meet.
Yeah.
He is a generous and kind man, and I imagine a kind lover.
Yeah.
But that's not for me to say or comment on, but I'm just speculating.
I can comment on it.
Can you now? I didn't know a video every day would be setting up dates for Fenton. But now that we've gone in that direction, I'm happy we are here.
And didn't go there.
And we'll never go there. But in a friendship way, and go there. So anyway, we went along to that thing. It was a social meetup, drinks, Champions League final viewing party, organized by some group called Beyonce, I don't know. Just a bunch of random people meeting up, having a good time. And it was cool. Met a bunch of people, talked a bunch of shit, had a good time. And now, Georgie boy and I, we go for a nightcap. That's on the menu this Saturday night. Friendship. All right, cool. I didn't really want to film in there, by the way. Didn't want to be awkward and be like, hey, nice to meet you. Do you want to be on my vlog? I think that's how serial killers would act. But I'm learning. Aren't I, George?
Yes.
Bye, George.
Bye, viewers.
And now let's go home. That was a nice night. Warm summer nights in London. Vibes are immaculate. What can I say? People out enjoying their lives. What's better to see than that? People enjoying their lives. It's pretty simple. It's pretty good. What else is pretty good? Sleep. That's where I'm going. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.